So, Hare Krishna. Yes, yes, yes. No, because I need to submit my thesis. I thought it's going to be a long thesis, but you know what? I just did it in what, half an hour. Then I was just thinking, should I call everybody back? Let's have a class. Then I was thinking, yeah, it's too late, uh, late um, info. So it's not be very easy. Anyway, I'm very happy to see all of you again today. And so today is going to be, I think most likely tomorrow we also have the class. Huh? If we can't finish today, tomorrow we have the class because my next thesis is only on, I thought Thursday, but it happens to be on Saturday. So it's not a problem. So we'll finish up this our Harinam Cintamani this week itself. Okay. So anyway, as our usual practice, before we start, let's offer our obeisances to our spiritual master, to Srila Prabhupada and the entire host of Acharyas in our Parampara. So today is a very auspicious day, 16th April 2025, and Wednesday. It's very surprising, now supposed to be very hot season, supposed to be like the sun should be like burning hot summer, but surprisingly now it's raining. Even the weather, everything is becoming very unpredictable. Okay, let's offer obeisances to our spiritual master, to all acharyas. So we seek their blessings. So with their blessings that we can have the real understanding of the secret or the mystery behind this Chaitanya Charita, Harinam Chintamani. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakamlam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagarjadam Sahagara Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Saha Gana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vadamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasa Chirisatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhana Vidaitai Kripavdaye Krishna Sambandha Viknana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Premade Sri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasidanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambhude Padam Pujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidanandanamine Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Vraite Gauravir Bhavabu Mestum Nidasa Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarubhauma Sri Jagannatayate Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhescha Kripa Sindhubheva Paditanam Pavinibhyo Vaishnavebhayo Namo Namaha Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurati Se Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Te Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavani Suri Vrishabhamsthi Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Om Tat Sat. Okay. Hare Krishna Shankar. Okay. Oops. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Okay, so now we are here. So we are, post page. So today we are discussing Chapter 10, right? No. Bhajana Pranali. 15. Offense serving the deity. Attachment, I and mind. Is it? Wait, we stopped last week. Put in attention while chanting, all right? Have we spoke about this? Okay, I think not. This is not. Today is 12, I think. Can anyone help me? Considering equal to material pi.
Oh, it's chapter 12 today.
12, okay. So, okay. Okay, so just to recap, we have spoke about, we studied chapter 11, the offense of thinking that the name is equal to material piety. Okay, we understood that the chanting of holy name of Sri Krishna will bring all kind of benefit. Will brings all kind of benefit. We achieve the highest success. Even when we chant in the stage of namabas. Namabas means offensive chanting. So offensive chanting means those who are beginner, starting as a beginner chanter. So when we start to chant in a beginning level, of course, there will be some offenses. You know, when we were a child, when we eat, we don't follow any rules. We just simply put, and the food will spill, you know, because we are still learning, you know, we are still a child. Similarly, when we start to chant Hare Krishna mantra for the first time, or beginning as a chanter, there will be some offenses. So we have went through all the offenses. That offenses is, of course, we saw the grievous offense at first. The first offense that we should always avoid is Vaishnava Aparat. So, Vaishnava Aparat, blaspheming of Vaishnava. Okay, we should not say anything bad about them. We should not blaspheme. So we understood the blaspheming means to find fault or to criticize, or at the same time to destroy their morale, and all these things are blaspheme. Okay, we did a very thorough studies. Then after that, we also on a second offense, worshipping the devatas, demigods as independent of Krishna. We understood about the qualities. Man got 50 qualities in a very low level. The devas have 50 qualities in an accelerated level. They have 50 qualities in full. You know, it's very highly accelerated. And Lord Shiva, Brahma, all they have 55 qualities in full. And the avatar of Krishna, like Vengadachalapati, Ram, and all these, they have 60 qualities in complete. 60 qualities in complete. But Krishna have extra 4 qualities, 64 qualities. So, and when we're going to equate both of them, saying it is a big offense. Just like example I gave, say suddenly I have a king in front of me, I have a prime minister, and I have a ketua kampung, the village hate man, and all of them are in the same assembly, and I'm telling, you know, king, you, the prime minister, and the ketua kampung all equal. What will happen? You know, you're asking for trouble, right? So that's the thing. So that's offense. Then after chapter 6, we studied about disregarding the guru. After accepting a guru, then after that we disregard his instruction, is an offense. Then number 7, chapter 7, we studied about criticism of scripture. Why offending scripture is this thing? Even because only in the scripture we know the understanding of the holy name. So when we criticize the scripture saying that this is nonsense or this, so we are indirectly criticizing the holy name. Then number 8, interpreting the holy name. No, we give a wrong interpretation because the holy name can produce a lot of benefit. And after that, we start to interpret, and we start to make it to sound like another this thing, right? So interpret. I mean, this Krishna is that, you know, after learning all these things, actually the Krishna mantra is not, it's material. So we give a wrong interpretation. Then the 9th chapter, we studied about committing sin on the strength of the name. We know that chanting Hare Krishna can nullify all our sin. You know, we have 3 kinds of sin. I mean, sanchari karma, prarabdha karma, and kutta karma. Sanchati karma, that karma that has been with us from the day one. We fall into this material world. Prarabdha karma is the karma that is given to us to suffer in this particular moment. And kutta karma is the current karma or current thing that you're going to receive. So, because of our prarabdha karma or sin, we are all struggling and sometimes we cannot get the taste of the holy name. So when we start to chant that day, when you want to chant Hare Krishna, the first thing is the prarabdha karma, all the karma from all of previous birth will be nullified. It's null and void. Okay, it's gone. But after that, you think, oh, I think I'm going to do this some kind of nonsense. So I know that after that I can chant Hare Krishna, then all my sin will go away. That is a terrible offense. Even to think about it is a great offense. So what example I give? Example like, okay, now accidentally I start to have a child. My wife became pregnant, and I'm not prepared to have the child. So what I do, I think I'll abort the child, abortion. And we understood that abortion is the worst sin. Among the sin hierarchy, the king of all sin is abortion. Okay, and second to that sin is what they call killing a cow, a pregnant cow. Then after that, killing a brahmana, like that, all the hierarchy comes down. Okay, so the worst abominable sin is abortion, aborting a child. So now you say, oh, never mind, we abort the child, but later we chant Hare Krishna, all the sin will go away. That is a terrible sin. Okay, committing sin in the strength of the name. And number 10, chapter 10, we studied about giving the name to the unfaithful. Okay, we simply give the name to unfaithful because they will think that name is another material concept. Okay, and what we have read last week, this thing, considering the name of equal to material piety. Okay, so that's chapter 11. So material piety means what? That means we just think this chanting of Hare Krishna is another ritual. Okay, so I need to achieve something. Like sometimes when you need to achieve something, you do this certain kind of ritual. Do this yagya, do that, do this to achieve some goals. But here, what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining, and Haridas Thakur is explaining, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving commentary. He's saying that to think about it as another material kind of ritual, it is a offense. Okay, so now we have undergone all this, and those who are coming for the first time, you can go to my YouTube channel. You can go through, and because we did a detailed studies. Okay, when you just simply sit and read this book, I think you can finish it in 1 or 2 hours. But we went so much in depth, to understand the concept. Okay, so today we are going to talk about chapter 12, inattention while chanting. Okay, that means while you are chanting, you are not paying attention to it. Jai Jai Mahaprabhu, Jai Bhaktagana, Yanahara Prasade Kari Nama Sankirtana. Haridas spoke. O Sanatan Goswami, to Sanatan Goswami in Puri and to Gopal Bhatta. Okay, he spoke to Sanatan Goswami in Puri and to Gopala Bhatta. When you travel to South India, you thought the importance of performing chanting without attention. Without inattention. That means what is saying? You thought the performing chanting without inattention. Okay, you thought the importance of chanting with paying attention, not inattentively. Inattention is counted as one of the aparadhs. Okay, one of the offense. One of the offenses, that is inattention. Okay, even if one successfully overcome all the other offenses in chanting, say like we have all the 10 offenses, you could just overcome all the other offenses. You made it. And one is chanting continuously. All right. When you chant very continuously, you're chanting 16 rounds without fail, 16, 20, 30, 60, 64. Our target is 64 rounds. So we are chanting very continuously. And no offense. We don't criticize anyone. We are very careful. But love of God may not come. Haridas Thakur is saying the love of God may not come. Because, and the thing is, okay, so may not come. Sometimes now is the time for you to check and balance. Now, like some of you are chanting for so many times, so many months or years. But now the question is, why am I not getting the taste? That means something is not right. Something is not right. So one should know that the reason for this is that one is committing an offense known as pramada. So pramada means inattention. All right. So now, as you know that we have a goal, our goal is to at last to achieve bhava and of course to go to the prema. So these inattention of pramada will block the progress to prema bhakti. Okay. Now, pramada means madness. Another meaning of pramada also can call as madness. But here the meaning is inattention or carelessness. Inattention or carelessness. It is from this offense that other offenses spring. Now, this is a very important statement. If you have a book, please underline this book. So it is from this offense that all the other offenses springs. That means this is the offense may seems to be like not a big deal, but this is the core offense that it creates all other varieties of offenses. All right. So the wise man recognize these three types of inattention. So the intelligent men, they recognize the three types of inattention. So please all, now you have to like, because we are studying the Sastra very detailed, you should immediately start apply it in your life. Number one of this thing is, if the first inattention is indifference or no attention. Okay. Number two, laziness. Number three, distraction or attraction to other object. So indifference or no attention. That's why we say, when you chant Hare Krishna, you should not drive because you're not paying attention, no attention at all. We should understand the chanting of the holy name of Sri Krishna, the Maha Mantra. Actually, it is an exclusive appointment that you are having with your with Sri Krishna himself. You know, so as we have studied before, you know, we have studied about the material world. Okay, where do we stay? You know, so as you know that we discussed I think 2 sessions before, I think I drew the entire material creation. You know, we are in that eight, and there's a 8 what they call layers. All right, starting from false ego. That means we got 8 layers down. Then after that we have after the 8 layers we are inside there as Garbhodakshay Vishnu at the bottom, on top Brahma, and in between 14 planetary system, and in the middle we are situated in this planet Earth, in the darkness of ignorance. So what we can also think, just like we are in a coconut, you know, in a coconut, when you see the coconut, when we break the coconut, break into half, we see the water. And on the water, we see the coconut flesh. The flesh is there. So after the coconut flesh, there is a coconut, what do you call that word? Tanga wood, what do you call in English?
Coconut.
You know the hard thing. Shell, coconut shell. So there's a water, there's a, then in the water, then above there's a flesh, and above the flesh there is a shell, coconut shell. And above the coconut shell, there is a husk, the coconut husk. And you peel off the husk, there is also a coconut skin, which is even harder. So that means there's so many layers. And inside that coconut, imagine you are living in that coconut and it's intact. Imagine the darkness. It is very dark. And in between half of the coconut water or coconut, inside half is water. And that is Garbhodakshayi, the ocean, Garbha ocean. And above that Garbha ocean, Lord Vishnu is lying. And above the Lord Vishnu, up to the top, there's Brahma. And you are in the middle, in that darkness. Okay? And that one is covered by the flesh, covered by the shell, covered by the husk, covered by the skin. Like that, there is 8 covering, which is impossible to break away. All right? So according to our gross body, our subtle body, it is impossible. It is almost not possible at all to go out of this place. We are stuck in this material ignorance, darkness, and there's a small light there. It's called sun that gives us, nourishing us. You know. So in that dark place, when you chant Hare Krishna, it is the time that you are connecting directly to Krishna. I think we have read this before here. By chanting Hare Krishna, your soul is connected with Super Soul. That means as a Jiva, you're connected to Sri Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. And through that connection, it manifests, it goes into your intelligent mind. And from the mind, your entire senses are being activated. Okay. So that is the thing. So that is, imagine if you're having what they call, you are having a audience with the king. You got a chance to meet the king. All right. When you meet the king, you pay attention to the king. Before that, you want to speak to the secretary. You pay attention to the secretary. And the secretary, before you meet that king secretary, you have to meet a king's local office. Say like in king is in KL, but in Ipoh there's a local king's office. So I have to go there. So there's a head of the department of that this thing, the local para secretary. So before I go to him, I have to go and talk to his secretary. And before I go to see his secretary, I have to talk to the officer in charge. But before I meet the officer in charge, there is a girl sitting in a counter, customer service officer. You know, she sits in the counter. So in order for me to go to that hierarchy to meet the king, I have to even pay attention when I'm talking to that customer relation officer. She's sitting right in front of the counter. Yes, sir. How can I help you? You cannot say, look there. I feel like seeing the king. Huh? How? Can I? The floor is available or not? You cannot do that. You cannot look around. I want to see the king. No, you have to pay attention. All right. Yes, madam, I would like to make an appointment with the officer because I would like to have an audience with the king. Right? Oh, really? Okay. What is that purpose? Do you have any of your form? Yes, I provide. Then you say, okay, let me introduce you to the officer in charge. And then officer in charge says, let me introduce you to the secretary. And the secretary says, let me introduce you to the head of department in Ipoh. Then the first say, okay, now let me introduce to the head, the secretary to the king. And you go and meet the secretary, and the secretary says, okay, now you can meet the king. Attention. We have to be very attentive, even in our local dealing. But here, chanting the holy name, you are dealing directly with Krishna. And who you are having? You are looking at Krishna's dearmost secretary and lover, his Ladini Shakti. That is Srimati Radharani. That's why when you chant Hare Krishna means Ladini, Srimati Radharani. You are calling upon her, my mother, Sarah, my mother Radha. Please show me a way that please engage me. Because only by her approval you can engage in the service of Sri Krishna. Right? First, she was serving. Then after that, she expanded herself to 8 Sakis, gopis. And he says, now all of you serve him. So by her approval only you can allow to serve Krishna. So now you're begging her. You know, Radha, Krishna is so beautiful, so attractive. You know, I want to serve him. And you know, Mother Radha, Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure, Abhirama, the reservoir of all pleasure. So Rama, Hare Rama means I'm chatting upon the Abhiram. Please give me, can you give me that pleasure? Can you allow me to serve Krishna so that I can enjoy this pleasure? Please, Mother, kindly allow me that. So that is the chanting that you are connected straight to Radharani. But what happened when you're chanting without even thinking about it? You're looking somewhere else, you're thinking, you're driving, you know, you're sweeping. Like the day I saw in temple, chanting and sweeping. It's all that. It's not allowed. It's aparat. Right? So there's 3 kinds of this thing. First is inattention. Number 2 is laziness. Okay lah. Procrastination. You know. Okay. Okay. I think I'll do it later. I do it in the afternoon. I do it in the evening. Okay lah. Cannot lah. Tomorrow I chant 32 rounds. So I cover back my yesterday's round. Okay. Laziness. And number 3 is distraction. That is what is very common nowadays. All right. When the Kali Yuga Purusha created this cell phone, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all this kind of nonsense. So everybody became so attracted and so attached and so this thing, right? So while they're chanting, suddenly they remember, I just posted something. Can I see how many likes I got? Just open, finish. You are distraction. There's so much of distraction, especially now. All right. So these are the 3 kinds of offenses. All right. Now, let's look at this. So now we should understand this very clearly. You know, by good fortune. That means it is a good fortune. It's a very good fortune that after getting faith, you know, first to understand Krishna, first to be born as a human being is something very rare. And after born as a human being, you know Krishna as a supreme personality is another rare thing. Then after that, you surrender to Krishna is another rare thing. Then after surrender to Krishna, you surrender to the devotees. You cannot approach Krishna directly. To have a good association, good devotee, good mentor, it's another rare thing. And after that, you get the faith, is another rare thing. Then after that thing, so that means just imagine you are, and after that you are getting the name, it's even the rarer of all rare things. So after good fortune, after getting faith, a jiva will take up this name. Jiva, take up the name. Okay, the chanting of the holy name. By chanting regularly. All right, not whenever you feel like it. You know, you feel like today you want to feel your good mood, you chant. Your bad mood, you don't chant. Chant regularly. By chanting regularly, at the same time, counting on a Tulasi Mala carefully. So you have to chant on Tulasi Mala carefully. Okay, what is carefully? As we have as I explained before, how you should hold the mala and shouldn't shake. You shouldn't create a taufan or typhoon in your big bag. You know, sometimes people chant, you know, they chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I think they are just following the same vibration of the tongue with the hand. They shouldn't do that, right? You should hold it. You should hold it very nicely. You should just hold it with your thumb and your middle finger and gently massage. You know, you should just gently massage the beat. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Go to the next. Hare Krishna. Why? Because Tulasi Devi is Bhakti Devi. You are begging her, you're massaging her lotus feet, begging her, oh Mother Tulasi, the personified of Bhakti. You are the head of department of Bhakti department. Only she can grant Bhakti. That's why we worship Tulasi in the morning and the evening. No, we were begging her. We are begging her to get the mercy. And what is the Tulasi's duty in the entire Vrindavan? You know, Vrinda. Tulasi got another name called Vrinda Devi, and that's why the place is called Vrindavan. All right, she's the in charge of that place. All right. So now, so by chanting regularly, counting on a Tulasi mala carefully, he will develop attraction for the name. He will develop attraction for the name. However, until that attraction is actually developed, one must be very careful about how one chants, right? So like that. So sometimes we see that devotees who sometimes they used to go for shopping, they chant. You know, they go for a walking, they chant. So that means all this is okay, no problem, no harm. But you only do it until you get attraction. That means while you are there looking at all glittering lights and glittering advertisement and all these kind of things happening around us, we could able to hold our thought and our attention to the chanting of the Maha Mantra, right? Not when you are still new. When you're a new devotee, oh, I want to chant 16 rounds and I feel so boring at home, so let me go for a walk. Oh, I want to go for let's go to the shopping center. I just look around, chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Wow, look at that. Look at the Levi's jean. Wow. So 50% discount, man. Wow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Oh, sales. Finish. Okay, you have to be very careful. Until that attraction comes, don't do that. So one must be very careful about how one chants. That's why we have already explained, I think in the last or the previous class, I said how we should chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Very simple. Pay attention to the pronunciation. Hare Krishna. 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 So Hare Krishna. Then Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Irama. So Hare Rama. Hare Rama. So that means you have to pay attention. So it takes meditation. It takes concentration. Right? It takes concentration how you chant. So we have to be very careful about how one chants. Naturally, the common man having attachment to material things will be attracted to these things even while chanting. Right? It's very natural. Right? Because the common men who are still recovering from this material condition of life, all right, even they still having attachment to material things, will be attracted to these things even while chanting. Though chanting japa daily, if his taste is elsewhere, he will show indifference to the name. All right, even though he's chanting japa daily, but his taste is somewhere else, he will show indifference to the name. His heart will not be absorbed in chanting and the name of the name, but in some material object. His mind won't be there, but he's attracted somewhere. So now the question is, how can that benefit him? How that can benefit? He may chant, he may chant 64 rounds counting strictly on his japa beats. All right. He may chant 64 rounds, counting very strictly on japa beats, but his heart, he does not receive one drop of the taste of the name. Right? He don't get one drop of the taste of his name. This indifference or apathy towards the name is one type of inattention. Okay. In the heart of materialistic, it is unavoidable. Those who are in materialistic condition, it is unavoidable. All right. So what we can understand from here? So like what in nectar of instruction, we are all having avidya. We are having our tongue is inflicted with jaundice. You know, when we have a jaundice, manja kamalam. In Tamil, we call manja kamalam. When we have a jaundice, we take the sweet nectarian, honey or whatever sweet, it tastes like a bitter, very bitter, as though you're eating neem leaf. So this thing. But the cure is only that you have to take more and more sweet until one day the sweet will go in and start to heal your body until your tongue will come to the original nature. Then you start to have the taste. Similarly, when we are chanting for a start, of course, inattention will be there. But go on chanting. Keep pumping. Keep pumping and pumping and pumping until the water will come out. Right? There is a pump, 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 boom, the water will come out. So keep pumping, keep chanting. Right? So this is, but you must have this thought. The reason that we are studying this book, of course, it is not that overnight we can become a great devotee, pure devotee or what. But we should understand the do's and don'ts about chanting. So while you are chanting, you may now start to pay attention. All right. So this is situation that I am having. In fact, I spoke to Vivan about this. You know, I said that I chant 64 rounds, but I still not getting the taste. Why? Even I'm chanting 64 rounds. I'm not getting the taste at all. You know, why? Is there something wrong? Is there something mistake? But I realized it after reading this book, you know, along with you. Then now, as I said, we create a journal. Remember the journal system? In that journal, I start to see how did I chant? How do I chant? And I start to read. Out of 64 rounds, not even a single round I chanted with attention. It is simply vibrating of the tongue and this thing. But of course, even that you do as a namabha, still you have a lot of benefit and you still have some kind of peace of mind. And of course, that's the way to do it. But we keep this in our mind. This is how we should follow. So we try to follow. So if indifference or lack of attraction of the name present. Now, if indifference or lack of attraction for the name is present, so one should take association of a Vaishnava or properly chanting in some place sheltered from the material influence, right? So now, if indifference or lack of attraction in the name present to you, what we should do? We should take association of a Vaishnava. We should take association of devotee who are properly chanting in some place, sheltered from the material influence. That means they are protected from the material influences. So now, by chanting in that situation, his absorption in material things will be reduced. Okay, his absorption in material things will reduce. Then being inspired by the conduct of a Vaishnava, he will get up that fault. He will give up that fault. Right? By the inspiration of that Vaishnava. Okay, like I'm inspired by His Holiness Bhakti Brahad Bhagavata Maharaj. You know, he is the one who taught everyone about the chanting. Yes, Vaishnava Prabhu.
But Prabhu, but very difficult now, Prabhu. Are there any other ways you make yourself attentive by looking at the picture of a deity or any opinion, Prabhu?
That's why chanting the Hare Krishna, you don't even need to look at this picture of the deity. You don't need to look at anything externally. You just need to concentrate in the mantra that you're chanting.
That means on the name, Prabhu.
Exactly. The word Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is the deity itself. Is the deity itself. You know, you can even take the Maha Mantra card. You can just chant while reading it. Hare Krishna while reading it. The combination of 16 words is the deity itself.
Once doing the what you call the Jaba Asraya Kaur, my book.
Yeah.
Bharat Maharaj distributed all the small cards.
Correct. That's what I want to tell you. And he said that's a card is a deity, yes or not?
Yeah. No deity, only name.
Yeah, the name is the deity. Did he mention that?
Okay, Babu.
No, did he mention that? Do you remember?
Babu?
Did he mention? Do you remember him mentioning that the
name
is the...
he said, if you can't concentrate, I'll give you the card.
Exactly.
It
All right.
distributed to everybody.
Because when he did the program in Ipoh, he said that. Because I
Yeah.
asked, that means when we chant Hare Krishna, do we need to have deity worship? He said, no need. Then what is the thing? Then he gave the card. He said, the name is the deity. The combination of HAREKRISHNA, like that, the 16 words, is the deity itself.
But if you are chanting a bit fast, to finish, like for you are doing 64 rounds, how long will it take for you? If you, as you do now, it will take a long time, Prabhu.
That's the thing, Prabhu. When a beginner stage, of course, it takes long time. But as a person becomes more and more chanting, it's shortened.
If you are shortened, then you can't remember all the syllables now. Prabhu.
See, when you start to see one object, okay, the object is there. So first you start to concentrate on the object. When you start to shake the object, you can't see. Yes or not?
Yeah.
Like this, you can't even see the things going. Like this, I can see. But now I can't see anything. So when you start to chant very fast, when you start to this thing, your absorption is there. First, you have to remember the word that you are saying. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Then as you go on, the whole combination of 16 words will be combined, will be enjoying.
Okay.
So what do? Now you just listen to what you're saying. That's it. Initially, you have to listen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama. That means you're paying attention to the words. But after some time, after you become listening, then Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, it's become just like Mara. You know, that Valmiki, Narada Muni will tell Valmiki, right? What he says, since you love to kill, why not you chant your favorite activity, Mara. All right, Mara. Mara means kill. Marana means death. Marana. Maranam. In Tamil, we call Maranam. So Mara. Mara means kill. Maranam is death. So Mara. See, you love to kill, right? Oh, I love to do that. Then why not chant the name Mara? You know, you make your job, make your duty as a worshipable deity. You know, sometimes they say, Sayam Tolil Devam. In Tamil, there's a word they used to say, right? Sayam Tolil Devam. The work that you do is God. You know, there's an Indian proverb, right? So now you love to kill. Why not you just chant the job that you do? He said, I love to kill Mara. Then just chant Mara. All right. Mara, 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 Makam. So the word Mara is forgotten. Mara is forgotten. The word Rama is forgotten. And all the word manifest in the form of Rama. And the word Rama and Rama himself, there's no difference. So we are not trying to see Krishna through our eyes, but we are seeing Krishna through our ears. Okay, Prabhu?
Prabhu, one time, Prabhu, I'll just ask one more question.
Sure.
It is after Mangala Arati, they all sit down to chant, Prabhu. And one Maharaj was there. He said, during my younger days, when I used to keep a picture of a deity and look at it.
Okay.
He said, so if looking at a deity's picture is not an offense, no?
Definitely it's not an offense.
Okay.
It's not an offense. But
Okay.
among all, chant in front of Tulasi. Look at Tulasi and chant.
Thank you.
Looking at Tulasi, the beads, the Tulasi leaf, the manjari, the twigs, the trunk. You just can even sit beside Tulasi and start to chant.
Thank you.
But the pronunciation and the attention. So sometimes when you see that people are chanting, like I know a devotee, a very senior devotee, when I was full-time in KL before, we wake up early in the morning, 3:34, we start to chant. And the way you chant like this, I'll be looking at him, I said, and one day I said, Prabhu, the way you chant, it sounds like great Indian chanting. Like that. So we have to be very careful, right? So remember, we are not trying to win a race. We are not trying to shift. Oh, I chant 16 rounds, down, drop. Now I can do something else. No. Your ultimate goal in this is ISKCON. What is that ultimate goal? Right? The ultimate goal. So now we are taking up bhakti, we are doing this, coming to the temple, we are doing some seva, we are cooking, we are washing the pot, we are cleaning the temple. When the time comes, we join that Sankirtan, we dance, we sing. Then after that time to eat, we serve the food, and in the heart we feel, I have done a seva. Okay, that is only secondary. Remember that. What is that primary seva? Is to chant the holy name. Chanting the holy name.
Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu,
Mataji,
is
yes.
it okay if one process is I and chant?
What is it?
Is it okay if one closes their eyes and chant?
Closes the eye.
Close both eyes and chant.
Close what? One eye?
Eyes.
Yeah, close the eye.
Close eyes and chant. Is it okay?
No problem. No problem, I think.
Pardon?
Because, chanting with eyes closed, no harm. I mean, shouldn't be.
Okay, Prabhu, I just want to ask you.
Yeah. But you close your eyes means you are paying attention to your ears. Because your eyes are very active senses. See things. You close, but open your ears.
Yes.
So closing, because I chant with eyes closed.
Okay.
Because opening eyes and chant, why, I don't know. I've never heard about it. But the most important is you are paying attention to chanting. If you think your mind goes haywire, how you should chant? Chant loudly. If you think your mind, you are chanting Hare Krishna, suddenly you feel like, you can see the smell coming. Meow, meow. Wow, today nice prasadam is prepared. Your eyes will go. So how to avoid that? Or sometimes you go, suddenly you hear some cinema songs, your neighbor will be playing some songs, maybe it can be your favorite song. You get carried away. Wow, I love that song. Then while you're chanting Hare Krishna, you remember, when I first heard the thing, So how to avoid that? Scream and chant. Chant loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. You have no time to think about anything else. Your mind will come back. Right? So it's like that. Okay. So that means then inspired. So that's why, I have got inspiration after. That's why, the day, 2 weeks ago, I went from Ipoh to KL just to have association. Because this Bhakti Brahat Bhagavata Maharaj, every few sentences he will chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Remember? Then after that, he says something, say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That is what. So sometimes associating with this kind of advanced devotees really helps. Okay. So gradually, now the word is gradually. Again, we must always remember this word gradually. So gradually means slowly but surely. The heart will get attraction for the name and will be anxious for the nectar of the name. Okay. So gradually, slowly but surely, the heart will get attraction for the name and will be anxious for the nectar of the name. Until that one moment comes, you become very addicted to the name. I know devotees, you say, if I don't chant 16 rounds, I feel my head is going to be explode. I feel something that I didn't do. They must chant. So when the person who have that kind of feeling, that means some or other you have been attracted with Nama Prabhu. The personified of holy name is Nama Prabhu. You are Prabhu. So that's the thing. So one day if you do, oh no, I must chant no matter what. Yes. Once I asked Garga Muni Prabhu, one of the Prabhupada's senior most disciple. I asked him, Prabhu, sometimes I feel like not chanting. Can I'm engaging in all the seva. I'm doing Sankirtan, I'm doing book distribution. I'm cleaning the temple from morning till 10 hours a day. I've done this Sankirtan book distribution non-stop 10 hours. I come back, I'm tired and all this. So what, is it okay if I don't chant? He said, is it okay if you don't eat? You are very busy, don't eat. Is it okay? Is it okay you don't take bath? Is it okay you don't go to toilet? Is it okay? No, Prabhu, it's not okay. Then this is not okay. You have anything else to ask? I said, that's it. You have answered me. Chanting must, no matter what. There's no compromise. So the advanced devotees have recommended that one live in a place where Krishna had his pastime. So near Tulasi or in the company of Vaishnava. So the advanced devotee have recommended that a person lives in the place where Krishna's pastime like Mathura, Vrindavan. Okay, but that is not possible. So now we also go near the Tulasi plant. Make a hobby of planting many Tulasi in your house. Now I've created that hobby. So whenever I see one bud of Tulasi, I'll just create one pot and I put it. So I start to create many pots of Tulasi. Right. So what I do when I do chanting in the morning, I just take all the pots and put it there. Varieties of pot, varieties of design, varieties of Tulasi. Small, tiny, tall, fresh. The one is like dry. Variety of Tulasi, I just put there and I'll be chanting. Because this is also taught by Bhaktivinoda Bhagavata Maharaj. During the Japa Ashraya, he said, bring all the pots and put it in. I said, why? One pot enough. Bring everything. Follow, I say. I said, yes, Maharaj. No, I thought just one Tulasi plant is enough, but keep many. So that your eyes will be like fully absorbed. That means your division of the eyes 100% goes into Tulasi, not like this. It goes this way. Everything is in Tulasi, right? So near the Tulasi or in the company of Vaishnava. So associated with devotee, as I said last class or the 2 class before, what as I've recommended, I say how we should associate with the Vaishnava devotee, not talking craps, not talking stories, not talking grandmother story, not gossiping. Not talking about politics, not talking about world economy and all these kind of things is something that we should not talk with a devotee. What we should ask from devotee, only 3 things. Inquire. Number 2, ask. Number 3, discuss. Inquiry, asking, discussing. Discussing, yes, discuss. Right? But the question you may ask, hey, inquiring and asking both are same. Why make it into inquiring is inquiring, asking also inquiring. What's the difference? Right? Inquiring something that you don't understand. Right? Inquiring. That means sorry, like what inquiring say. So Prabhu, can you please tell something more about Krishna? I mean, inquiring is for the sake of learning. Can you tell me more about Krishna? Right? You are saying that sun is like that. I heard from somewhere, they say the sun globe, the sunshine, and the personified of the sun. What is the difference? Inquiring. Asking question. Asking means for what? To clear your doubt. Prabhu, that day one devotee say like this, and now another devotee saying like this. So may I know? So what is that? What is that? What is the real conclusion I come up with? Asking. Right? Number 3, discussing. Discussing means what? Do you know when you see a Prabhu, just when you see him, have you read this Bhagavad Gita lately? Yes, Sheila Mataji. All right, okay. So you draw something. Okay, have you about something? So have you heard? Do you know that Krishna says that like for instance, man mana bhav mat bhav, fully surrendered to him and this thing. And do you know Krishna is in the Paramatma, and he's even though he's divided, but he's actually same. I said, really? How? Please tell me. See, it's how the moon you can see separately in many plots. Similarly, there's one super soul, but the super soul seems to be different. Oh, yes, I also heard that. That discussing only these 3 things. Asking question, asking, inquiring, discussing. Nothing else. All right. That is how we should have a relationship with our Vaishnava devotee. So when we are in the company of a Vaishnava, you inquire. So how do you chant your 64 rounds? Is chanting, inquire. Then after that, you ask question to clear your doubt. Yes, but what do you think about? Okay, now I have a doubt. Okay, I just close my eyes and I just play it in my mind. Okay, is that okay to clear your doubt, or do I need to say it out, or should I just they call like a whisper like that? Or in my mind, ask. You're asking to clear your doubt. And another thing, the third thing is discussing. the chanting of holy name is so tasty, How do you feel? Yes, it's very tasty. When I chant the holy name, there's a kind of feeling coming to me, Then how about you? Yes, I also feel some kind of disgusting. So that is how we should practice. So from now onwards, let's create the practice. When we are going to Sunday program, when we say Hare Krishna, how are you? That's very standard. Are you okay? Everyone's fine? Inquiring about your well-being. It's another Vaishnava etiquette. After that, stop there. Then whenever someone comes to you, when they want to talk to you, immediately you think the person going to talk to you, Prajalpa, talking some nonsense, immediately start to create a conversation. That just now the class was very wonderful. Huh? That Prabhu was telling about this subject. It's very intriguing, It just triggered my mind. When the flow want to say something, but he's not going to say it to you. Yeah, actually. So the Prajalpa, you are converting into discussion. All right. So when we keep that way, that is it. So whenever you see some advanced devotee, you coming, is it Maharaj or Prabhu? I'm struggling with chanting my holy name. Okay. Are you free now? Yes. How can I help you? Will it be possible if I sit with you and chant one round? I just want to feel the vibe. I want to feel the vibration from you. Through that vibe, I think I can be improved myself. Say, well, okay, join me. Like that. Okay. Like that. So company of Vaishnava. So by doing that, what happened? Again, the word gradually. That means slowly but surely. Increase the period of chanting. Right? So increase. That means once you're chanting 16, try to increase, right? So quickly, then now what Haridas said, quickly the taste for material object will go. Another remedy. There's another remedy for that. What is that? Is to carefully chant in the room by oneself with door locked. All right? Very important. Another remedy is to carefully chant. That means you lock your door in a room, you sit in a very solitary place, just concentrate and you just vibrate the mantra. Let the vibration vibrate. You are pronouncing and the word is coming and like you're going to get submerged, you're going to drench in the holy name, the rain of holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. That means you're out of everything. Just tell your family and everything, this is my japa time. Of course, when during the evening, when everybody's actively involved, that may be not possible. So better wake up early in the morning and do your japa. At 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, even the dog is sleeping. If you have noticed, the dog doesn't bark after 3 o'clock. After 3:30, around that time, even the dog doesn't bark. Before that, you see the dog will be barking. Like that. Until 4 onwards, you see that even the dog won't be barking. Even the dog will go to sleep. Right? At that time, you just wait, lock yourself in, or just put there and you start to vibrate the mantra. Okay, that's a fantastic remedy. All right. So room by oneself and lock the door or concentrate on the name by covering the eyes. See, covering the eyes, ears, and nose with cloth or to prevent stimuli from the exterior. All right. There's another way of chanting is by concentrating the name by covering the eyes, closing your eyes. You cover your eyes or your eyes, ears, and nose with cloth. Actually, it works because all these things are applied. Do you know your earphone? If you got a earphone, put your earphone on. You put your earphone and you chant. Don't listen to music. Just put the thing to cover your ears. When you chant, you hear your chanting more clearly. Shall we try? Do you want to try now, my dear Prabhus and mothers? Come on. Yes, no? Let's do a short this thing.
Yeah.
You want to try, mother?
Yes.
Everyone? Others are not. Okay. Now, let's do this. What do you do? Cover your ears. Everyone, cover your ears. Right? And now, start to chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Have you all tried?
Yes, very good vibration.
Yes, Prabhu.
So take the thing. Where was it? Yeah. Okay. I give you an example. Okay. All right. So like this one, I just put it in my ears. Okay. Okay, I just take this and put it in my ears and cover it. Okay. So that I can't hear anything externally. So that time I just chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Even you are whispering, you can hear very clear. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Like that. Okay. But what happens if you don't have all these things? Right? So you just take a cloth like this and cover it. Okay, don't do it for people. People think, what's wrong? What happened to you? Suddenly look like a Taliban, right? Taliban, right? So you just take the cover and this way of covering like this. You take the thing and cover like this. Just put it around you. Or take a scarf, your scarf, just cover it and just chant. That means you're not seeing, you're not smelling, you are only listening. Yes, listen, Mataji. It's a good idea. All right. So all these ways I have myself tried. All these are practical ideas. Okay. Okay. So that means close your covering your ears, nose, and cloth prevent stimuli that prevent all kind of attraction. There's nothing going to attract you from the exterior. So carefully chanting in this way. Carefully chanting in this way. What happened? An attraction or taste for the name will develop, and indifference will be suppressed. So all the indifference will be suppressed. Yes, Mataji. Not only you, Mataji, even I also struggle to chant. Why? I'm not something. Even I struggle to chant, So that's why every evening I go to this park. I go to that jogging track, polo ground in Ipoh. There's a place, polo ground. There'll be a place very isolated under the tree, and I'll be just chanting. Yes, it's a good idea. I'm very happy that you all like this idea. Okay, right. Okay. Now, what happens if one chant with sluggish mind? Right, sluggish mind. Let me say, sluggish mind. Or after chanting a little, one has to stop before finishing his round. You understand what I mean? So that means you have decided, okay, now you're chanting, right? You are chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Never finish. Suddenly or something, then you just drop and go do something else. That means you're not even finishing one round. You're only halfway, drop. Okay? If one chants with sluggish mind, or after chanting a little, and one has to stop before finishing his round, this is called laziness. This is called laziness. From this, one's taste for the name cannot develop. Okay? And what is the remedy? The remedy is to take association of a Vaishnava who do not waste time in material activity. All right? Don't associate with the devotee who do not waste time in material activity, but constantly chant and remember the holy name. All right? Because in front of the devotee, you can't do that. You drop because the devotee is lazy. And of course, if you're chanting with someone, don't create any conversation in between. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hey, that fellow supposed to get married. Did he got married? It didn't work out. Oh, didn't work out, huh? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. That fellow got attitude problem, lah. Don't do that. So the Vaishnavas, devotees won't do that. So that means there'll be this thing. Okay, there'll be no distraction. So that means constantly chant and remember the holy name and being absorbed only in the name. To absorb where? Only in the name. That means to be absorbed only. Okay, only in the name. Okay, the word we have to highlight is only, the word only. So to absorb only in the name, one should follow their footsteps. When one sees a true Vaishnava or a sadhu does not waste time in useless pursuit, he will develop the taste to do likewise. When you see a sadhu who doesn't want to waste time doing something there, so he will create a taste to this thing. Right? Now, in his mind, he will think, in his mind, he will think, very good. By this, enthusiasm will come to the lazy mind. Sometimes the mind will think. When you see a sadhu, when you start to chant Hare Krishna with him, the mind thinks, wow, this is very good. So the mind is actually lazy, and now the mind is telling it's very good. So that it creates an enthusiasm, and this enthusiasm will come to the lazy mind. So when the enthusiasm comes to the lazy mind, what will happen? He will overcome the offense of laziness or inertia. One will become determined to increase his chanting every day. So increasing chanting is a must. Don't stick to 16 rounds. I've taken a vow 16 rounds minimum. Mark that word, minimum. So we do not always stay in minimum. In your school passing mark, you score 60 means you get C. C is considered pass. But are we all staying in that C category? No. We always try to go for A. And not A, even A plus. I don't even want A minus, A plus. I always target for A plus. Work for it. Study so hard for A plus. Why? Just say pass enough C So like that. So similarly, when we are here, we have to determine to increase our chanting every day. By this eagerness, his rounds and the mercy, or by the mercy in his the offense of the inertia will quickly go away. Right? All right. That's another. Okay. 2 more paragraphs. All right. So now it's 10:04. 10:04. So we will take a quick break now. Okay. We just take 2 minutes. Get up, stretch yourself, and come and just drink a water. Come back. Just 2 or 3 minutes. We will continue. Hare Krishna. Okay. We continue. All right. So by that, offense of inertia will quickly go away after we creating this kind of enthusiasm. One should be very careful. Should be careful to eliminate the third type of inattention. Okay, must be careful to eliminate the third type of inattention, that is distraction. Okay, from distraction only, all types of inattention are born. When you get distracted, this fault resides in attraction for women or men in case of women, wealth, attraction for material success or victory, desire for position, and cheating propensity. All right, these kind of things that attraction is happening. If one has attraction to any of these categories, one will naturally be inattentive to the holy name. Right? Now let's look at this. So the distraction is the one that creates all kind of inattention. And from that inattention, that's when we start to create all kind of other aparadhas, other kind of offenses. All the 10 offenses, all the 9 offenses are created when a person is inattention. Is not paying attention and being careless. So that's the thing. So what are the main cause of this thing is the fault where it stays in attraction for women or a man, attraction to wealth, attraction to material success or victory. At the same time, desire for position, position and cheating propensity. All these things, if you really think about it, where all these things stays? It stays in social media. I never had a TikTok. But when I see that everybody sharing TikTok, and they say that, in fact, for my training, for my Forex training, they said you should do TikTok and all these kind of things. I say, I just don't know how to do all these things, So you see, TikTok, people be so. I was wondering what is in TikTok. So I signed up for TikTok. And for everyone's information, I got so attracted to TikTok. I was so addicted. So when you look at TikTok, what is the thing? You see a girl will be dancing, skimpy dress. I just don't understand why the girls love to dance and show their dancing skill in TikTok. So suddenly you see one girl dancing. Wow, look at her. Look at the way she, the way she dances. Wow. Then move to the next one. Oh, another girl dancing. Then go to the next one. Then there will be some talk. And go to the next one. Then after that, desire for a position. That means one floor is telling, oh, this floor is no good. The politician no good. We have to fight. Why? Because he wants that position. Right? Then after that, then we talk about some, then after that we go to Facebook. When we go to the Facebook, people are in Facebook. What are they doing? They are showing off. They are showing off their wealth. They're showing off, see what kind of house I'm living. See, where did I go for holiday? I go to Holland and I play with the orange. I go here and I do this, Spain, do bullfighting. No, it is wow. Look at them, the wealth, and look at the money, the house that I live in. Showing off. Then, after they seeing their material success, oh, I bought a new BMW, new Mercedes-Benz. Wow, show off. So, Facebook is the place actually is showing off. But the problem when everybody addicted to that place, that's why devotees have started preaching on Facebook. But in my opinion, it doesn't work. So when you see the attraction for women or attraction for the man, sometimes the man will be, even there's one Malay guy, bodybuilder. He start to show off the smile. Even as a man, I start to see, wow, look at this good-looking guy. He like to show some kind of, he's actor. Show this, show that, acting skill. And this kind of the short stories from the film will be thrown there. Then after they say, this movie looks nice, then you go to the movie and finish, everything's gone. So it was such a big distraction. And after seeing this, what I did? I renounced myself from all social media. I deleted my TikTok. I deleted my Instagram. I deleted my, Facebook. And I am a social media free. Now I start to see my phone battery lasts at least one full day. Because there's nothing to see, right? So that's the thing. So if you are very interested, if you're very serious about increasing your chanting, you may consider this. Of course, I am only suggesting the decision is yours. Try to come out of all this social media. The person in social media, the only thing can create is frustration. In fact, there's one girl committed suicide after in social addicted to TikTok. Try to delete TikTok, Mataji. One day, 2 days, you feel like you feel like TikToking, but after that you get used to it. Okay. So what does I say? There's a girl TikTok, what they call influencer. People criticize her. She cannot tahan. She went and commit suicide. Now they have changed the law, and the lady who put her until she commit suicide was brought to the court, and went to the court. How much a fine? 1 ringgit. She only paid 1 ringgit and came out of it. And her criticism created her to go into severe depression and she committed suicide. Sometimes we see other people's wealth, beauty. Why that girl is my classmate? That boy is my classmate. We all grew up together. Why is he living such a lavish life? Why I can't have that kind of life? So you go into depression. Then after that, you start to talk to another Karmi. The Karmi says, why not you come to join this MLM business or come and join this some insurance business? Try to make it. Oh, yes. Then go there. But now still meditating on the wealth the fellow is having. I want that same wealth. I want to have the same Mercedes. I want to have the same BMW and work like a dog. Work so hard. Work day and night like a mad person. For what? For imperishable, for perishable thing. It doesn't matter you're driving BMW, Mercedes, or what. The car will perish eventually. It doesn't last long. But 10 years? Then after that, the car will become useless. You have to throw, discard. And for that, you are betting your life. All this I'm telling on my experience. I was such a terrible workaholic. Once that's how I met Shankar also. Worked so hard day and night. And what happened to the car that I bought? Gone. What happened to the BMW? Volvo I bought? Gone. Where is my Mercedes-Benz that I worked so hard? Gone. So after all, nothing matters. So we have to be very careful. One should be very careful to eliminate this fixation by following the proper Vaishnava behavior. Don't think that you can preach online. People are not bothered to read. Sometimes when you send a long, lengthy message, how many people are reading? Like example, I've sent so many messages in the group. How many of you are really read what I've sent? Very rare. Very few. Others, you just say, I'll read later, then forget. Oh, yeah, such a long, lengthy message. So, leche, go. Nobody reads. Similarly, no one actually bothers. And the funny thing, all those in social media, right? All that social media people are there. Like when I went to last week, I went to KL. No, I got the realization 2 weeks ago when I was in KL, at JM KL. all the person, I mean, I saw few of them are formerly my Facebook friends. In Facebook, we discuss and everything. But when we met face to face, we don't seem to be recognize each other. Then what kind of friend is this? Then I call one particular Mataji, I don't mention the name. I say, do you know that we are friends and we are in WhatsApp group, we are WhatsApp friends and we also Facebook friends. I say, yes. When you send something, I see your status and say, you see my status. Yes, Prabhu, I know. But when we meet face to face, you didn't even want to acknowledge me. And she got a shock. She's one of the actors, acted in that Ramayana drama. Last everything. She got a shock. I said, no, actually, no. I'm not saying anything bad about you, but I've just got a realization that this kind of social media, it is Maya, it is illusion. It is not real. We can show and spend a lot of loving relationship in that kind of social media, but in real life, it's nothing. So it's fake. Then she asked, so what are you trying to tell Prabhu? No, I'm feeling happy that I've discharged myself from social media. And she got a shock. What happened to your Facebook? Deleted. Are you? Then all the memory, what kind of memory? Lousy memory. It's not so attractive memory. Right? So like that. And also we understood, but after that, I was further reinforced when we studied Bhaktivinoda. Remember when we studied Bhaktivinoda, what we understood? Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, for a devotee, there's no past, there's no future. Today is the day. So there's nothing so big and so, there's nothing so attractive to think about your past by looking at all the photos, memories, all this doesn't work. In those days, what happened? All that photograph were put in album and put aside. Once in a blue moon, we take out and see, then we put it away. That is how it's supposed to be. But nowadays, we are putting in our phone, all our what they call, our memory is fully, then we go and apply for more memory, Google memory, iPhone, cloud memory. You have to pay somewhere extra to save all the photos that actually doesn't matter. Think about it. This is what? Illusion. Things that you think is important, which is actually not important. Is that same money that you're spending, or I think for Google this thing, because I used to have that, now I've deleted that also. I have to pay something like around 200 a month, a year. 200, 250 a year. iPhone, iCloud, I have to pay around 750. If I want to upgrade what? Terabyte or something like that, I have to pay around that much. For what? If I can take the same money, I can get some books and I can go and do some kind of devotional service. How nice is that? The one and only social media that I'm using is Zoom. And of course, we are doing it very positively. In this Zoom platform, we are all here discussing the highest truth of the devotional service. Okay, this is very sure real. Even though that we are all scattered from all over the country, but still we are all united. And the effect is there because it's a real life interaction. That's fine. But not showing off, boasting and all this kind of our life and all this. So if you really think about it, my main anxiety was from WhatsApp, biggest source of anxiety for me. After all social media deleted, my main anxiety is from WhatsApp. All right, very good. The main anxiety from WhatsApp, sometimes in WhatsApp, we like to see the status. Okay, we like to see, want to see the status. So what I did, I went and muted all my status. So when I click status, there's no one there. Unless once in a while I just see one or two. They're also still boasting. People are all boasting. Okay, anyway. Yes, Vivan, I agree with you. In fact, I also feel if I can delete my WhatsApp, of course I can't do it. So what happened, I went and archived all the WhatsApps and I keep the important WhatsApp like our Hare Krishna group, devotee and all these things. I kept it as a this thing. Okay, now on Ekadasi day, Ekadasi and appearance day. Okay, Ekadasi or Janmashtami and all this kind of appearance day, what we should do? One should stop thinking of eating all day and night and chant in the association of a devotee. So that is that idea about Ekadasi. One should stop thinking of eating all day. All right. So that's the actual idea of Ekadasi. But nowadays, when you talk about Ekadasi, people are thinking about what to cook. What is the thing? Oh, Ekadasi is coming. So go to the Ekadasi, go to the website, go to check for what is the food that you can cook. Oh, buckwheat dosa, buckwheat idli, buckwheat pizza. Oh, all these. So that means our meditation became a grainless feast. Not brainless, huh? Grainless, grain. You know, we shouldn't take grain. A feast without grain. So we meditate on eating. So the idea about Ekadasi, like I told her, it happened in Ipoh, in the temple, you know, in the kitchen. Suddenly when Mataji came and asked me, can I eat this? Can I eat that? I said, oh, Ekadasi, I'm very careful and I don't take this. I said, come on, Ekadasi is the day, not think about eating. How many rounds are you chanting on Ekadasi? 16. No. You should stop thinking about all these things. And you should say on Ekadasi day, I'm chanting 32 rounds. That's fair enough. Ekadasi day is the day that you dedicate. After Prabhu, I'm working. Yes, you're working, fair enough. But that day, you stop, you know, your hunger will make you think. Of course, unless you are not well, you're sick, is different. Okay. If those who are less than 8, above 80 are not required to fast. Those who are sick, not required to fast. Drinking water, drinking milk, eating fruits, and taking medicine doesn't break your fast. Those who are sickly, those who are having a diabetic hypertension, you are required to take your medicine every day. So don't think, oh, on Ekadasi, I don't take the medicine. No, you take the medicine. But of course, that medicine is not considered breaking the fast. Okay, you have to take the medicine because you still have to stay sober. You shouldn't get into this kind of, if you don't take the medicine, you know, sometimes the hypertension goes up, you're having headache, not worth it. You rather take all the medicine, but concentrate in your japa. So your idea is to chant, right? In this way, one will joyfully engage in devotional activities. Listening to the scripture of the Lord in association with the Lord's servants and Lord's Dham. Dham means temple, Lord's place, right? So listening to the scripture, associate with the servants of Krishna and be in the temple, it is all very auspicious. So then gradually the bhakti portion of one's mind will increase. So there's one portion of the mind where the bhakti will increase and the mind will rejoice in hearing topics about Krishna. The higher taste, that's when the higher taste will come and the lower taste will go. All right. That's why I say, if you are a non-vegetarian, if you drink alcohol, if you have this, doesn't matter. Don't think about even giving up because it's impossible for you to give up. So what do? Just add on chanting the Maha Mantra, right? And you chant the Maha Mantra according to this thing. You chant very carefully, very attentively. You know, on Ekadasi day, you try to be vegetarian on Ekadasi day. No, not to take without grains, but at least take grains, but vegetarian on Ekadasi day, but concentrate in japa. Eventually, when you get the higher taste, all the lower taste will go. When the lower taste goes off, all that habit that you had will go off naturally. All right. But at the same time, let me tell you, my dear Prabhus and mothers, don't take your sweet time. Okay lah, chanting Hare Krishna will go, never mind, I take. Okay lah, next year I'll be a vegetarian. No, don't put the target when you want to be a vegetarian. Your target is to chant how many rounds a day. Live daily. Yesterday is a past, tomorrow is a mystery. Today is the day I live to the fullest. Because only now, forward is the time that I have in control. So therefore, now is the time for me to chant to my heart's content. All right. At night, you feel like cannot tahan, you want to go and get beer, go ahead, no problem. You want to eat meat, chicken, beef, whatever, go ahead, no problem. But add on chanting. When it comes chanting, pay attention. So when that thing happens, when you start to get higher taste, you know, suddenly you don't feel like eating chicken, you suddenly don't feel like eating beef, you don't feel like eating pork, you don't feel like drinking. Slowly, you know, I've seen it, I've experienced it so many times. In fact, there's so many devotees here itself, they say, after some time, I don't feel like eating chicken, Prabhu. Huh? Really, even KFC and all these I feel like one kind of disgusting, really. Then, how about your alcohol? Nothing, lah, Prabhu. I feel frustrating, lah. You know, after a drink, I go high. Then in that high, when I feel high, I feel my mind is thinking all kind of nonsense things, you know. I rather don't go high and I chant Hare Krishna and stay high. That's a good thought. Good. So, but still the addiction, you know, it's okay, don't worry, just chant. And now, what happened? Prabhu, I stopped drinking. Really? Totally stopped drinking alcohol. Wow, that's good. Good sign. Okay. Then slowly, Prabhu, I don't even feel like taking onion and garlic. Can you imagine? Yeah, you can't even give up meat, but now you've given up that, and now you're feeling not taking onion and garlic. That day I went to one place, I took onion and garlic. I feel so disgusted. After some time, I stopped eating onion and garlic. That day I went, I had no choice. I went to one Indian shop, eat this vegetarian food. They got onion and garlic. After that, I felt so sick. Really. So now what are you going to do? I better stop visiting all these kind of mundane shops. Then what are you going to do? I think I better start cooking something by myself and offer to Krishna and taking as prasadam. Can you see how the gradual process starts? But don't take long. Don't take your own sweet time. Only pay attention to your chanting. Others just don't care. Just ignore it. Okay? In that ignorance, one by one will be gone. Just like if you say, if you have a house with full of wealth, and you just don't care about the security. You just don't care about the security. You don't even bother to lock your door. You don't even think about keeping your door closed. But only thing you do, you go to a room and lock yourself. What will happen? When you come back, now you see, now you don't pump. Your TV is disappeared. Your sofa is disappeared. Even your aircon disappeared. All the things in your house, everything was stolen. Similarly, the same way, don't pay attention to all your habits and anarthas. Just keep it and don't lock the doors. Leave it open. All right? Krishna as a thief will come, will rob you from all these anarthas away. And eventually come back, he said, oh, once upon a time I was a smoker, once upon a time a drinker, once upon a time, wow, I can't remember. Things will just go away, nature. And upon hearing the songs of Krishna from the mouth of pure devotees, one's mind and ears will also taste the real nectar. Upon hearing the songs from Krishna from the mouth of pure devotees, make sure when you're listening to songs, even you go to YouTube, want to listen to some Krishna bhajan, make sure choose the real one. Choose the bhajan that's sung by our Parampara, Vaishnava Acharya. Don't simply take from this kind of some artists. Like sometimes it's so irritating, the flute song. Everywhere you go, they put the flute song. The song, it's from the drama. It's from the Krishna drama. It's like a serial. There's a song. They put in every song, in every temple, everywhere they put the song. That's mundane. Because you go there, you listen to that. I'm not sure about you, but for me, I'll remember the drama. I remember the cast, the boy and the girl. So where can I see? So we must always remember, we are here not doing any kind of showmanship. We are here trying to improve our bhakti. So we should chant, we should listen from the mouth of a pure devotee. Even the pure devotee, the raga, the tune is all run out of control. It doesn't matter. Here we are not coming for some concert, or in Tamil, we are not doing any kacheri. Sometimes when I do kirtan in the temple, not now, those days, last time, people say, Prabhu, change your tune. Prabhu, change your tune. Change your tune. I looked at him, I'll get so annoyed when they tell me that. And I just tell them, Nana kacheri pandikit iruken. In English, I say, what? I'm doing showmanship. I'm doing concert, is it? Pay attention to the mantra. All we keep going, okay. So, like that. So, must listen to this thing. In this way, the desire for low material object will disappear. And the heart will constantly fix and attracted to the singing of the name. So, by avoiding this offense and distraction, one be able to indulge in the nectar of the holy name. One should just never be inattentive to complete one's prescribed number of daily rounds. All right? So you must always not inattentive. If you have taken a vow to chant 16 rounds, you do your 16 rounds. All right? Don't be inattentive. Don't say tomorrow. No procrastination. This should be noted day by day. Haribol. Look at this word here. It should be noted day by day. That's why I'm telling you, make a journal. I hope that devotees all have created a journal. Okay? Maybe for Shankar, you'll be wondering what is journal. I will explain when we start that NOD class. All right? For all the other devotees who are regular here since Bhakti, Harinam Cintamani, Bhakti Loka, you all know what is journal. Write your journal every day. What happened? Check and balance. Don't let your life to be random. or by default. Be specific. So that's why he says, even Chaitanya will say, now I understand where this Pran Govinda Prabhu got this idea. This should be noted day by day. Noted. All right? When chanting these prescribed rounds, one should avoid the different types of inattentiveness. Should avoid. So giving up this desire to increase the number of rounds for show. Like sometimes you want to, oh, I'm doing a 16 round, but I want to show 64 rounds so I can show off both to people. You know what? I chanted 64 rounds. So I'm a pure devotee. Come and do Pada Puja, you know. I'm a pure devotee. You should worship my feet. All this bogus. So give up that desire. Increase the number of rounds for show. So, but one should attempt to the first nicely. Okay. Then one should attempt to first concentrate nicely, not simply increase the round. All right. First attempt to concentrate nicely on what you can manage. Isn't that fantastic? Don't fake it. Do what you can manage. If you can manage 16 rounds, do that 16 rounds full attention. Oh, I'm chanting 8 rounds. That's maximum I can go. It's okay. Do that 88 rounds perfectly. All right. Do that 8 rounds. Do that 1 round. Even you chant 1 round. That's why I say, when you first start to chant the name, when you hold the first beat itself, pay full attention. Sometimes when you chant the first few rounds, we don't pay attention. Then only the attention comes in. So now you should say, well, I am sitting. So first, I'm creating an environment for me to chant. I've put a tulsi in front of me. I covered my face, ears, and everything. Put I think I've covered my head and everything. I'm sitting. I'm taking a deep breath. Then I'm concentrating how many breaths I'm going to chant in one malam. Take a deep breath. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Then first itself, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. First mantra, first beat itself. Pay full attention, and you can feel the taste there itself. Therefore, the devotee starts by chanting with full concentration in a peaceful place for a short time. He will always be praying to Lord that he will chant clear, attentive rounds with fixed mind on Krishna. So pray to Krishna. My dear Krishna, I am so polluted. My mind and my senses are so polluted. You know, and you are Rishikesha, the master of senses. Since you are a master of senses, Rishikesha, kindly give me this little boon. What is that? Please remove all my inattentiveness in my chanting. When I start to hold the beads and about to start to chant, please give me that forgetfulness. You know, sometimes forgetfulness is not a good thing. We forget things. But now I always pray, I want to remember things. But at this chanting, please give me forgetfulness. Let me forget myself. Let me forget my family. Let me forget my job. Let me forget my position. Let me forget my environment. At this particular 1 hour, 1.5 hours that I'm going to dedicate myself to your lotus feet, kindly just make me remember you alone and forget everything under the sun. Pray to Krishna. Then you start to chant. Okay. But of course, being forgetfulness is something is no good. But here we are praying to Krishna. We don't pray to Krishna, let me forget things. Right or not? Right? Sometimes the nasty things we pray, but all the other things you don't pray, right? Oh, Krishna, I start to forget all the things about life, about everything. Oh, please, Krishna, I'm getting old. You know, it looks like I'm getting my amnesia, you know, the sign of aging. Please don't do that. But when you start to chant, you pray to Krishna. Krishna, now is the time. Make me forget everything. Right? After you finish your chanting, then you come back to the mortal world again. Because the chanting is the only environment that you in this mortal body can be connected to Goloka Dham, which is beyond perception, beyond inconceivable. Right? And for one's own, okay, attentive round, we mix on Krishna. For one cannot accomplish anything. That means by your own self, you cannot accomplish. You have to ask Krishna. So Krishna graced the necessary to cross the ocean of material existence. He will give you the necessities. Being anxious in heart, one should beg for mercy. You know, you understand. I want to go back home, back to Godhead now itself. So that anxiety in your heart, then you should beg for mercy. And because Krishna is merciful, he will help. Whoever does not try this, whoever does not try for that, mercy is very unfortunate. Those who do not try for that mercy is very unfortunate because Krishna is ready to give you, but you don't want to try for it. You know, you are given a voucher that you got 1,000 ringgit voucher. You can go to the shopping center and buy everything that you want. You know, But you go there, you see, lazy lah, tomorrow. Then you find out the voucher has expired. Your 1,000 ringgit voucher wasted. So similarly, Krishna is there, willing to give you the mercy. But you want to take your time. By the time your last breath, you have wasted the life. Then you have to be born again. Of course, there you'll be given another voucher to practice for a lifetime. All right. But of course, there's no loss or diminution, but it is not worth it. That person who has attained the ornaments of touchstone of the holy name still aspires to the lotus 2 feet of Haridas Thakur. Right? So with that, we have completed chapter 11. So now we are going to chapter 13. Before that, is there any questions? Anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes,
I
Mataji.
just actually wanted to know a few things about chanting. Sometimes I follow Prabhupada's chanting on the YouTube. Is that okay? Because I remember you saying don't do that.
What is it? Say it again, Mataji. I didn't get you.
You were saying I used to follow Prabhupada's YouTube chanting.
Okay.
I remember you said don't do that.
Okay.
Is it okay to follow? And then another thing, when in that chanting, when you say Hare Rama, when you say it fast, it becomes Ram. Is it okay if you say Ram, or if you must say Rama? And the beats, son, when you turn the beats, must it be like, because in Gita Gyan they used to say you must start from the big to the small. So when you turn the other way, full.
Yeah, on to the big.
Yeah, so that one. And then can we use a clicker? And then another thing, just all the questions I asked you all one go. Can we like stop if there's anything, in between? Can we like stop and then we start again from where we stop? Okay, this is all my questions, Prabhu.
Now you have given a summary of your question. Now ask the first question again.
Okay, sorry. If I follow Prabhupada's
Okay. Prabhupada chanting. Okay. Now, Prabhupada chanting. Okay, when you chant Hare Krishna mantra, it's your meditation. You are chanting. You are chanting. That means you need to vibrate the word from your tongue to your ears, right? And you have to concentrate in chanting. Okay. What happens if you chant along with Prabhupada's chanting box? Okay, the chanting. So when you say, oh, Prabhupada's YouTube chanting. So when you're chanting with Prabhupada YouTube chanting, you're listening to him and you're also chanting your mantra. That is still fantastic because you're listening from a pure devotee of the Lord. All right, pure devotee of the Lord. But the thing is, the chanting which is attentive is you are pronouncing the word correctly. Okay. But after that, when you just keep on the Prabhupada chanting in the house, then that's fine. Because as I said, you must listen from a chanting from a pure devotee of the Lord. Because when you put on YouTube, when you start to chant, you look at the YouTube, down there you look at the date, and suddenly there's a pop-up will come out, then suddenly your attention is not there. Okay, Mataji?
Mataji said, she's, I think, following the recorded one, no, Babu.
Yeah, correct, recorded one, yes.
Yeah.
No, she said she's seeing from the YouTube.
But from the YouTube, they record and keep, no, Babu.
But she says YouTube, bro. It's not recorded. Mataji, Ganti Mataji.
Yes. Yes, it is from the YouTube, but I don't look at it. I put it on and I'll just follow with my beats.
Okay, right. Yeah. So that is because as what I have understood, it is not recommended that way.
Why, Prabhu?
Because you're not listening to your chanting. Your chanting is you are vibrating for your purification.
But it's recorded, Prabhu. Just listening.
You got a chanting box. You got a chanting box.
Yeah.
You put one side and the thing say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Chant along, right? To chant along with Prabhupada's box is a benefit. But the recommendation is to you chant attentively in full meditation.
But Prabhu, maybe for a start, as a new devotee, as a start, as a new devotee, I find it useful. Maybe, as you said, maybe later progressively you can do it without, and concentrate
Yes.
on what you're saying.
Yes, correct. Yes, because we also did the same way before. We start to chant because we cannot concentrate. Like I cannot concentrate my mind. So I put Prabhupada's chanting and I chant along with him. So that at least we are listening to Prabhupada chanting and we are chanting along. There's still a benefit for that. But of course, not recommended. So not
maybe-
it's not, it doesn't mean it is not allowed. It is not distinct. It's not recommended means it is you still have a choice. You want to do it also can. If you don't want to do it also can.
Just to get a rhythm, however.
Rhythm is what when Krishna start to dance in your tongue.
No, Babu. I listening to Prabhupada's chanting just to get a rhythm.
Can, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Then my other question was when you when I listened to him, the word Rama becomes Ram. So you
Okay.
start saying Ram.
How do you know that? How do you know that your word is becoming Rama? Ram. How do you know?
Because it's one thing as you said, Prabhupada chanting is very fast, and he does in one round about less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
So the sound becomes Ram.
You're talking about Prabhupada's mantra become Ram or your mantra become Ram?
I don't know. I when I hear like it's
That's why, that's the reason you should chant yourself. Now you understand, Mataji? You have answered that question.
yeah, I understand also. Yeah.
Pay attention to Prabhupada's chanting. He says Rama. So the word Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. The A is silence. But Rama. But now the question is, are you saying Ram or Rama? How to find out? What do? You record your chanting. You record your chanting. It really helps. So you go to your phone recorder, you just on the chanting, you just record and you just chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram, Hare. Then after that, you just listen to your mantra. Are you chanting it properly? You got it, Mataji?
So even when you are chanting, I can hear Ram, not Rama.
I'm saying Rama.
Okay.
I never chant Ram.
Okay. Now I just want to know whether it's an offense or what to not say Ram.
See, like for instance, it's a 32 syllable. That means 16 syllable, 32 meters. That means Hare Krishna, total 32. Okay.
So you must
Two, right?
have that 32.
Yeah. So what happened if you pronounce Ram? So that means how many Rams are there? Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. That means total 4, right? So you are not pronouncing that full 32 distinct. You are pronouncing 28.
Understand. Thank you. There's another the one I asked from the beats. Must it be from big to small all the time?
All right. Say when you first start to chant, you start from the big one. You go to the small. Then you're continuing second round. You start from the small. You go back to the big. Like that you do you. All right. But say like now you chant one round from the big to the small. You stop. Then after that you're going to start back again. Start from the big again.
Oh, like that.
Start from the big. Whenever you start from the big. But when you go to continue chanting, so big to small, small to big to small, small to big, like that. You just do you.
Oh, okay.
Don't cross.
Okay. Then another thing is if you stop halfway, can you continue from where you stop?
Okay, very good question. Halfway in that beats, in one round, you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See, like sometimes what they do, they chant, they just put the thing out. They just put it out to remind them where they stopped. So that means halfway, that means just like this, they just put it out. Then after they do it, they come back, they take back and continue chanting. No, it's not allowed. When you stop, you start all over again. When you chant, suddenly your drip fall down, your beats sometimes. Whenever you chant, when your beats fall down, that means it's an indication that you are not paying attention. So it's a time for you to wait. Think, hey, the beat fall down. You know, remember when you chant, suddenly the beat will fall down from your finger.
Yeah.
So when that thing happens, start back, follow again.
Okay. And is it okay to use clicker when you are
Clicker is used, of course, because the chanting should be on mala. But when you can use clicker, when you are driving, when you are engaging, say like for instance, you are working, say you go to work. Like sometimes you see the Muslims, they keep that small one, right? They call e-tasbih, electronic tasbih. You know the thing? Like that. So you just can click when you're walking, you're chanting. That means what? You are being Krishna conscious. You are paying attention.
Does it include in the number of rounds that you have chanted?
I know you're going to come there. Last time I do that. Sometimes I just chant maybe 700 times. Then I take 700 divided by 108 and I pull all the things. Oh, I've chanted enough rounds. You do that, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Exactly. I do that also. I do every time. So, but of course, that kind of chanting is also okay for if you're a beginner. But of course, the real meditation of chanting is to chant with your mala, paying attention. So if at all, if like my spiritual master is very sick, you know, his Holiness Jayapataka Swami is he lost his ability on his right hand. He only used his left hand, you know, he couldn't be holding that mala. So he's chanting on that clicker. But his chanting is 100% attention in it. We cannot imitate. But sometimes when I use the clicker, say when I drive, okay, I drive, I use the clicker. Don't use the mala. Okay, use the clicker. Or say sometimes when I'm engaging, say I'm at a clinic waiting for the doctor to call me, or I'm going for some social event. So I put the clicker in my pocket. I just put the clicker in my Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So that means even though I'm there, I'm paying attention to that. There's no harm done because you're being Krishna conscious. You're chanting 24 hours, in other words. Or if you go to bed, you're
Hello? Sorry, Prabhu, cannot hear anything.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, Prabhu, the whole thing went off.
Yeah. No, suddenly my computer went blank.
Ah,
I don't know what happened. Okay. So that's the thing. So you're chanting, you are paying attention to your chanting.
okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much. But that clicker includes in your rounds.
If the thing can motivate you, why not?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
But the best is if you can do it on your japa mala.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank
The
you.
japa mala is you try and see. That means cover your ears, cover your eyes, or lock yourself in a door in a room. When you start to chant, you will feel extremely a different kind of experience. Try it. Because I did that. No, I used to chant, just go around. Sometimes when I count, wow, I did 48 rounds, man. Say like 2,500. So 2,500 divided by 100. Wow, I chant that much around. So I just take my mala and put all the things, So it gives motivation, something you feel good. Of course, not for the sake of boasting, but you feel very good. Okay, if that thing can give you can give you some kind of enthusiasm, why not? No problem. But the japa best to do on the beats and when you are alone chanting the holy name without any other what they call this thing. See, like just now you said, when you Prabhupada chanting very fast, you'll be trying to think, okay, what is he saying? You should meditate. You should think about that name in your listening. So, but what happens if you do a group chanting? Sometimes in temple, all the devotees sit down and they chant in a group. At that time, you can play Prabhupada's japa because everybody's chanting in the same round. Okay, it's a group japa. Then everybody's chanting all. You can hear different rhythm, different tone. Someone Hare Krishna, Hare. Then Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sometimes early in the morning when everybody's falling asleep, there'll be a lot of tunes. That is all different. That's a japa. That's a group japa. That also very powerful. But the most important there, you are just listening to the holy name. Your eyes are just paying attention to the Tulasi Maharani. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
All right. My pleasure, Mother. Any other question? Is there any takeaway that you got? Anything that you learned new? Do you feel motivated to chant now? Hare Krishna. Senses serving the deity. Okay, now tomorrow we're going to do chapter 13, attachment to I and mine. Okay, I think tomorrow we can do this and also offenses serving the deity. Okay, these two we can do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is what day? 16, 17. Tomorrow is Thursday. All right. Tomorrow this thing. And chapter 15, Bhajana Pranali. Friday. Okay, Bhajana Pranali is very long. Bhajana Pranali, Nama Bhajan. Oh, it's so very long this thing. All right. So what we do, we will do this tomorrow 13 and 14. Okay. 15. Tomorrow is what? Thursday, Friday 15. If at all we couldn't complete this Harinam Cintamani by Friday. So what we do, we will meet again on Saturday. Okay. Saturday morning, I don't have anything. Saturday morning, or maybe Saturday evening. Is that okay with everyone? If it's okay with everyone, we can do it on Saturday, either morning or evening. I think morning is not possible. Evening is the best, right? We can meet around 6:30 p.m. We can until 8:30 to 9. We will finish up. We complete this Harinam Cintamani by Saturday, and next week, Monday, we start this Nectar of Devotion.
Tomorrow, Babu?
Huh?
Tomorrow, you said Friday, tomorrow is no class?
Tomorrow, no, got class because I've done my job.
Okay, thank you.
Because my thesis has to submit on, I thought it's going to be Tuesday and Thursday. But yesterday I've done, but the next thesis is actually on the 17th. 17th is falls on Saturday. Saturday. So Saturday, so since it's Saturday, then so I can do it in the morning and evening we can meet up for the class. So we try to complete this the entire collection of Harinam Cintamani, the detailed studies. And so Monday onwards, we're going to start Nectar of Devotion. And of course, Nectar of Devotion, as you know, our style, we will go in extreme depth. So it may take at least a month. At least a month or slightly, at least a month or two. We will. I don't want to rush because here we're going to talk about all the 4 waves. When you do Bhakti Sastri, if any one of you have done Bhakti Sastri, they only talk about the first wave, the first 19 chapter. All right. The first 19 chapter, but here we're going to do the entire chapter. It's total 51 chapters, right? The 51 chapters we're going to study. 51 chapters, and of course 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. every day. And then so the book that I told to that I said that to print is exactly Prabhupada's book. Is exactly the Prabhupada's Nectar of Devotion. But there, Dhanuvar Swami Maharaj, what he did, he went and put everything in a blank. I mean, he put it everything in a bullet form. Okay, Samanya Bhakti. So Prabhupada have explained everything, right? He just take one paragraph and put that Samanya Bhakti. So we know in that paragraph, we must understand what is Samanya Bhakti. Then another paragraph, he put up there as Sadhana Bhakti. Then Raga Nuga Sadhana Bhakti. So like that, he just divided everything so that our reading can be very efficient. Okay, so we can read it nicely. That's why I asked you to print that book, and that book is not available in Malaysia. Okay, print that book is around 350 pages or something like that. I think it's going to cost you something like 35 ringgit, if I'm not mistaken. 35 ringgit, if 10 cents a page. So it's going to be 35 ringgit. So print that book and keep that hard copy with you.
You got a PDF, Prabhu?
Yeah, I've already sent, Prabhu.
No, Prabhu.
I sent in the group. I noticed you're not seeing the group, Prabhu.
Oh, no, Prabhu, I see.
No, because sometimes when I see the message, I see who is watching, and I always see that you are not seeing the thing. Maybe you missed it. Then I sent to you personally.
What group? I see your WhatsApp every day, Prabhu.
The Sastra study group, Prabhu.
Oh, yeah.
The Sastra study group. The Sastra marathon group. I'm only active in that group.
Okay.
So this is the book that, I
The
think...
PDF is there, Prabhu.
Yes. PDF. I'll send to you. I'll send to you personally also.
Thank you.
Okay, share again in the group because there's a new devotees have joined in. So they all need to have that copy. All right. So Nectar of Devotion. The copy is not available in EPO, but I hope that Shankar or Prisha can check out. Do you have the copy in KL? You have the copy in KL and also find out what is the price. Like some devotees who wants to purchase it. Maybe Nanda Mataji also can check out in Todu. I think Todu definitely will have. And those who don't have, you can purchase, or I think you can even buy it from Shopee or Lazada. Should cost around 20 ringgit only. 20 ringgit. But the most important, that hard copy you keep, or even you just want to keep the hard copy also, there's no difference because it's exactly the same. But of course, it has been divided into all the bullet forms. So for easy studies. So we're going to start that. Then after we finish our Nectar of Devotion, let's meditate what to start later. I have two things in mind, Chaitanya Charitamrita or Srimad Bhagavatam. Let's see. Okay, because there's a big vote for Nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam. Anyway, let's check it out, see how Krishna inspires. Okay, because I thought I want to do this Nectar of Devotion and Srimad Bhagavatam simultaneously. That means 2 days Nectar of Devotion, 3 days Srimad Bhagavatam. But I think that let's master the Nectar of Devotion. See, we have mastered Nectar of Instruction, Bhakti Aloka, the commentary of Nectar of Instruction. Then we have done this. Now we are just doing Harinam Cintamani, and now we understood the beauty about Bhakti and how to perform it. There's a Nectar of Devotion. Then after that, if possible, then I've tried to get some bullet form because I can't find that PDF copy for this Nectar. What they call? On this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu. Okay, the commentary on Nectar of Devotion by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, I couldn't get. So what I'll do, maybe while we are doing that, I will try to make a slide from that take some points, maybe explain, or we explain that. All right. But anyway, one thing is guaranteed. We are going to go through a very deep studies on Nectar of Devotion. So if you have anyone interested to join these studies, please share the advertisement so that everyone come and join us. Okay. Then all the updates will be given in the group, and also it's also be recorded in YouTube. Because I try to do YouTube live and I don't know how to do it. If YouTube live means I don't need to like download and share with if YouTube live means by default it is safe in YouTube. If any one of you got this kind of talent in this, please help me how to do YouTube live. So it's going to be very much easier. So while you're talking, it's going live and it's recorded by default. Right? So anyway, it's already 11. Thank you so much for your time. So my humble obeisance to each and every one of you. Let's chant Hare Krishna and feel very happy, because chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Now we start to understand the meaning, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Because chanting the holy name, it is full of nectarian taste. So now we are studying it, how to come out from avidya, the ignorance, the tongue is with jaundice. We are trying to come out of it. And sooner or later, we will come to that level of prema bhakti, which is our ultimate goal. Till then, have a beautiful day. We meet again tomorrow on 17th April, Thursday. All right, don't miss it. Pancha kalpatarobhescha, kripa sindhubevacha, paditanam pavinibhyo, Vaishnave bhayo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai, Srila Harinam Cintamani ki jai. Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.